My Lord, I am seeking indulgence to apologize to mention IA number 6 of 2020, a listed item. IA number 6 of 2026 arising out of FAO number 11 of 2025 be listed on day after tomorrow, 27.
What is the IA about?
The IA is regarding the EU for seeking stay order.
Stay of what?
Stay of attachment order. Because
IA filed in which case?
FAO number 11 of 2025, FAO number 11 of 2025 is regarding challenging the
let
order.
it come up on Monday, not Friday.
My Lord, on Wednesday is the next court date. Before that,
So Monday is before Wednesday. Change the date.
but the reports to be submitted on Wednesday.
We'll listen on Monday. All right? Change the date, 30th, 30. Yes, call.
Daily list
Mr. Vice.
for admission, item 1.
Lordship, may I make one mention? This item number 12 of hearing list has been sought to be taken up today, but in view of the time constraint, Lordship, it may not be possible for us to take up this matter. So this may be taken as a fixed item next week, if Lordship permits.
You will post in the weekly hearing list.
Lordship?
We'll get it posted in the weekly hearing list.
Yes, in the weekly hearing list as a fixed item, Lordship.
Fixed item, I mean, if it's in the hearing list, it's a fixed matter only. You want a particular date for this?
We are on, yes, Your Lordship, on 2nd April,
2nd April. That's a Thursday.
Thursday.
Okay. On the prayer of Mr. Silo Ramzaul and its senior counsel, appearing for the petitioner and not objected to by the other side, is this matter on 2nd of April 2026 for hearing.
Obliged, Your Lordship.
Daily list for admission, item 1.
My Lord,
Yes.
my Lord, there are in total 2 respondents, one private, one state. Both have been served. The private respondent has filed his counter affidavit, my Lord. We have just received it yesterday. We will be filing a rejoinder to it, my Lord.
When will you be filing?
My Lord, on the 20th of April, it may come up. With other matter, we'll file it.
Okay. Mr. N. Khera, learned counsel, appears through RVC. Appears for the petitioner through RVC and submits that he has received the affidavit of position of the private respondent and prays for 2 weeks' time to file a rejoinder. Ms. Caroline K. Lumapui, learned government advocate, appearing for respondent number 2, submits that respondent number 2 will not be filing counter affidavit. In view of above, and as paid for, list this matter on 20/4/2026.
My Lord, there is an interim, it may continue.
The interim order passed earlier shall continue till the next date of listing. All right.
Item 2.
My Lord,
Yes.
My Lord, here there are 4 respondents. 1, 2, 3 are private respondent. 4th is the state respondent, my Lord. They have also entered appearance and filed their counter affidavit. We have received. Respondent 1 has filed and 2 and 3 are adopting the same, my Lord. We will file a rejoinder to the same.
Okay, similar order. You'll say that the private respondent numbers 1, 2, and 3. have filed their counter affidavit, and 4. Ms. Caroline is for 4. They will not be filing affidavit. Interim to continue, 20th of April.
Item 3.
Yes.
My lord, here there are 3 respondents. 1 and 2 are private, and third is the state, my lord. They have the private respondent have also entered appearance, and they have filed their counter affidavit. We have received. We will file a rejoinder to them also, my lord.
You have filed. Have you filed or you have not yet filed?
They have filed, my lord. We have
No.
received it.
The rejoinder,
No, my lord, we just received the counter affidavit yesterday. So we'll file it on 20th.
similar order. 1 and 2, okay? And 3 is the state. 3 will not be filing counter. All right.
Interim to continue, my lord,
Yes.
till the next.
Item 4.
Same order.
Highly obliged, my lord.
May I please, Your Lord?
Yes.
Yes. Lordship, petitioner has already completed, my Lord, his part of argument, my Lord. Today, my Lord, we have already filed our written submission, my Lord. My Lord, in this present petition, my Lord, the petitioner has challenged primarily 2 orders. First, order of assessment dated 19/3/2024, my Lord. And second one is the, my Lord, order dated 30/12/2024, passed in the revision application filed under section 264 of the Act. So, my Lord, before, my Lord, addressing the issue, my Lord, may kindly see the return, my Lord, because the petitioner has filed her return of income, my Lord. That was filed on 26/7/2022. Annexure F at page 73 onwards, my Lord. It's a detailed return, my Lord, containing 68 pages. So it starts from page number 74, Lord, 73. My Lord, may kindly start with page number 73, my Lord. So it's a return file, my Lord, for the assessment year 22-23. And your Lordship will find that in the column tax payable refundable, that they have shown an amount of rupees 46,180 to be refundable to the petitioner. After at page, my Lord, 74, I'll point out certain, my Lord, the statements made by the petitioner in her return of income. So page 74, my Lord, that is under the heading A19A, it is filed under section, it's 139(1), that is honor before due date. And thereafter, my Lord, at the bottom, my Lord, second bottom, my Lord, subclause C1, have you deposited amount or aggregate of amount exceeding rupees 1 crore in one or more current account during the previous year? Lord, that was, my Lord, petitioner has categorically stated no, and amount is shown to be 0 in her return of income. Then, my Lord, after your Lordship will see at page 77, my Lord.
Yes.
The first row, my Lord, A1, are you liable to maintain account as per section 44AA, tick? It was marked as no, my Lord. It was ticked at no. Then, my Lord, bottom, my Lord, subclause B, are you liable for audit under section 44AB? That is also ticked at no. Then, my Lord, page 79, my Lord, this is the balance sheet, my Lord, as on 31st day of March 2022. And, my Lord, may see page 80, my Lord. The last, my Lord, row, my Lord, clause 6. In a case where regular books of accounts of business or profession are not maintained, furnish the following information as on 31st day of March 22 in respect of business or profession. My Lord, may I see them, my Lord? Amount of total sundry debtors, that is shown to be 12,45,950. Then amount of sundry debtor 9,84,520. Then, my Lord, the amount of total stock in trade, that is important, my lord. That is shown at rupees 95 lakhs 85,625. So during that assessment year, the petitioner has shown her stock in trade, my lord, for an amount of rupees 95 lakhs 85,000, my lord. And amount of cash balance, it is 1,89,562. That has been reflected in her return of income. Thereafter, your lordship may see the computation of income from business or profession at page 92, my lord.
90,
92, my lord. 92,
92.
lordship. So it's heading computation of income from business or profession. Lord, all the columns are filled with 0, my lord. So petitioner has disclosed, my lord, that no income from business or profession in her return of income, my lord. The entire columns were filled up with 0. Lord. Thereafter, at page 129, lordship. Sorry, my lord, page 127, my lord. I am sorry, lord.
Yes, 127.
Lordship. The first row, my lord, details of exempt income. Income not to be included in the total income or not chargeable to tax. My lord, clause 3, my lord. Serial number 3, other exempt income including exempt income of minor child so and so. 1. See section 1026, any income as referred to in section 1026, it is shown at rupees, my lord, 2,89,056,255. So this is the only figure, my lord, except the, my lord, amount shown in her profit and loss account, my lord, that rupees 9 lakh something for, my lord, stock in trade during the, my lord, relevant assessment year. So this amount has been shown, my lord, and no amount has been shown to be reflected in her bank account, my lord. Thereafter, your lordship may see page 138, my lord. On 138 at the bottom, lordship, clause 10.
Yes.
Lord, B, TDS, rupees 5,942, then TCS, it's shown as 40,224, and total amount refundable has been shown rupees 46,180. So thereafter, your lordship may see page 141. That is the, my lord, verification. I, so and so, son, daughter of so and so, solemnly declare that to the best of my knowledge and belief, the information given in the return and the schedule hereto is correct and complete and is in accordance with the proviso of the Income Tax Act 1961. I further declare that I am making returns in my capacity as self, and I am also competent to make this return and verify it. I am holding a permanent account number so and so. So, my lord, the petitioner, my lord, filed her return of income, my lord, and it was also duly verified, my lord, where, my lord, she has categorically stated, my lord, that her income, the stock in trade, my lord, that is rupees only 95 lakhs 85,625. And moreover, they have categorically stated that they have not deposited more than rupees 1 crore in any current account during the financial year. That apart, the petitioner has also categorically stated that she is not liable to maintain books of accounts, my lord, in terms of section 44AA and to audit the same in terms of section 44AB of the Act. But after filing of the return, my lord, naturally, my lord, it was processed, my lord, in the computer system, my lord, and accordingly, my lord, the refund was granted of the said amount of rupees, my lord, 46,000. So that your lordship will see page 142, annexure Z. My lord, what was happened, my lord, after filing of return, my lord, it was processed in the computer generated systems, my lord. And my lord, that whatever claim was there, that was granted. My lord, relevant portion starts at page 148, lordship. That is the statement of her refund, my lord. Serial number 26, prepaid taxes, TDS 5942, TCS 40,234, and thereafter, my lord, your lordship will see the interest under section 244A on refund. That is rupees 1,153. So total amount refundable is, my lord, 47,330, my lord. And my lord, at page 149, my lord. Page 149, 1. Interest under section 244A of the Income Tax Act is computed up to date of issue of the refund. To the refund determined in the information along with interest so and so is subject to adjustment of any area demand, if any, under section so and so. The refund is issued by the State Bank so and so. Number 4. If you consider that any part of this information requires to be rectified, you may request for a rectification under section 154 of the Income Tax Act 1961. So, my lord, accordingly, whatever refund was claimed by the petitioner in her return of income, that has been refunded to the petitioner, my lord, by the, my lord, computer generated, my lord, scrutiny system, my lord. And my lord, it was not, my lord, in dispute, my lord. She has not raised any grievance, my lord, against the refund also, my lord. Then, my lord, thereafter, my lord, the case of the petitioner was, my lord, selected for scrutiny under CASS, that is, my lord, Computer Assisted Scrutiny System, my lord. Since, my lord, large amount was deposited into the bank account, so my lord, it was flag marked, and accordingly information has been given to the, my lord, the assessing authority, and accordingly, my lord, the notice was issued, my lord, to the petitioner, my lord. So, your lordship, several notices were issued. Your lordship may see the first notice, my lord. The relevant, I'll only, my lord, quote the, my lord, the relevant notices. That is, my lord, Annexure J, page 154.
Yes.
So, my lord, 154 and 55 is the notice, my lord. It contains only the, my lord, the procedural part. My lord, 156 annexures, my lord, the detailed information. May I read, lordship? 156.
Yes.
The following accounts or documents or information either sought under section 142(1) of the Income Tax Act explain in brief nature of business activities carried out by you during the year under consideration. Furnish complete set of audit report with all the annexures and schedules. Furnish the computation of income for assessment year 22-23. On perusal of return of income for the year under consideration, it will notice that you have claimed exempted under section 1026 of the Act for rupees 2 crore so and so. In this regard, you are requested to furnish the following details. Furnish details of exempted income claimed under ITR under section 1026 of the Act with documentary evidence. Furnish copy of scheduled trade certificate so and so. Furnish copy of ID proof. 4. Furnish detailed source of income and principal piece of business. Then 5, my lord, paragraph 5. As per GST return filed by you, total turnover for financial year 21-22 was rupees 1660.98 lakhs, whereas in return of income filed by you, total income was shown as rupees 0. Please provide suitable clarification regarding the same with documentary evidence. 6. During the year under consideration, you have made total cash deposits of rupees 33 crore 9 lakh 78,000 in various bank accounts. Please furnish the following details. Please furnish complete details of all bank accounts. Also submit copy of bank statement for assessment year 22-23. Please explain the source of cash deposit and with documentary evidence. Also explain the utilization of fund withdrawn in cash from your bank accounts. Thereafter, my lord, the petitioner has furnished some documents. After examination of which, my lord, it was not satisfactory. So accordingly, my lord, so cause notice was issued, my lord, at page 170, annexed Q, lordship. That was dated 1/3/2024. That is the so cause notice. So para 1, my lord, details of the notices earlier sent, that was, my lord, mentioned. My lord, I'll read from, my lord, page 173, my lord.
Yes.
Indicating the dates of submission, thereafter, my lord, 2.4, para 2.4, variations proposed on the basis of inference drawn, specify the basic inference so and so. 2.4.1, as discussed in the preceding paras, during the year under consideration, assessee had claimed exemption under 1026 of the Act at rupees 2,89,000 cash deposits in books of accounts, and turnover shown in ITR is lower in comparison to turnover shown in GST return 9C return. Therefore, the case of the assessee for assessment year 22-23 was selected under scrutiny, so CASF, in order to verify the exemption claim under section 1026, cash deposited in bank accounts and turnover shown in ITR is lower in comparison to turnover shown in GST return by the assessee during the year. After your lordship may see page 174, next page. Para 3.1. On perusal of reply, the bank statement furnished by the assessee, it is seen that total credit entries appearing in 3 bank accounts, including cash deposits, came to rupees 29,85,052. That is rupees, the 3, it is categorized under 3 headings, deposited into 3 banks. Whereas, as per return of income, total sale is 0. Your lordship has already gone through the, my lord, the figure shown in against her sale, my lord, profit and loss accounts, my lord, in the return in ITR. In view of this, you are requested to show cause why this amount should not be treated as unexplained income. Here it is pertinent to mention that even if your income is exempt under section 1026 of the Act, you are required to maintain books of account as per provisions of IT Act. You have to add page 175, 3.2. Further, on perusal of the bank statement, it is seen that cash deposit in your bank account is rupees 23,10,000. Since you have not furnished the cash book and source of cash deposit with documentary evidence, why it should not be treated as unexplained money credits within the meaning of IT Act. Further, you are required to submit the turnover reconciliation between return of income and GST 9C return with documentary evidence. Failure to this, you are required to show cause why difference amount in turnover is treated as unexplained income from unexplained source. 3.4. As per 26As, you have credited out work with Manish Kumar Jhunjhunwala, but no income for this has been shown in the return of income. You are therefore requested to submit the complete details of the work carried out with him, that is, copy of ledger account, bills invoice, copy of agreement done, if any, copy of bank statement highlighting the transactions. And my lord may see page para 3.6. On perusal of the submissions in respect of exemption claim under section 1026 of an Act, rupees 8,89,000, the assessee has only submitted exemption certificate, ID proof number, bank statement, which did not prove from where the income actually generated. Assessee is required to submit sales ledger, bills, invoices. The onus was upon the assessee to prove the income arising from scheduled tribe areas. Assessee has not produced any of the concrete evidence to prove that the income was generated from Mizoram. Therefore, you are required to show cause why the exemption claim under section 1026 of rupees 28 crore 95 lakhs so and so should not be disallowed and added to income of the assessee with the documentary evidence. So therefore, accordingly, my lord, this SOPOS was issued, my lord, by giving an opportunity to the assessee to, my lord, substantiate her claim with documentary evidence. Thereafter, my lord, the assessee has filed her reply, my lord, and 13 documents were furnished. Your lordship will find at page 178, annexure S.
178.
Lordship.
Yes.
That your lordship will see the remarks, column remarks. Respected sir, madam, subject submission in response to a notice saved upon me on section 142.1. With due respect, I want to submit response for notice served to me under section 142.1 of the Income Tax Act. Further, I am to inform you that I am individual residence of so and so. As I did not knowledge about income complicancies, I come to know from my friends that we are exempted from paying income tax, but we will require to file income tax return before due date. Therefore, I myself filed the ITR for assessment year 22-23 without knowledge of filing. Therefore, instead of exempted income of rupees 28 lakhs, I claim wrongly rupees 2 crore 89 lakhs, which was shown excess of rupees 2 crore 60 lakhs. Therefore, I want to consult taxation profession for further works. Therefore, I am requesting income tax officers to accept my error while filing income tax return. If possible, please grant permission for reassessment of return. Further, I want to inform that my sister so-and-so, also having a firm named so-and-so, we both use the same bank account for depositing cash collected from our sales. Therefore, cash deposit reported by bank is rupees 33 crore 9 lakhs, which is more than my sales reported as per GST return. Please find the attached following documents as sought under section so-and-so of the Income Tax Act. 1. Details of business and place of business, financial statements for 21-22 of so-and-so, tax exemption certificate and tribal certificate, copy of ID proof so-and-so, so-and-so. So, Lordship, these documents were furnished, my lord. Thereafter, my lord, after going through the same, my lord, since the claim of the petitioner, my lord, regarding that huge amount of cash deposits into the bank that could not be established, my lord, from which source he deposited, the assessment order was passed, which your lordship will find at page 307, my lord. Annexure T, page 307.
Yes.
So, my lord, first, my lord, the first pages contains, my lord, the details, my lord, of notices, my lord, and the reply filed by the assessees. And thereafter, your lordship, see page 311. It also contains, my lord, the repetition of the same thing which was reflected in the SOPOS notice, my lord. Then your lordship may find that page 313, para 4.2. Synopsis of reply of the assessee to SOPOS notice and additions SOPOS notice, if any. In response to the final SOPOS notice dated 1/3/24, the assessee filed response on 8/3/24. The assessee in her response has stated that she is in individual residence of so-and-so. Assessee further stated that instead of exempt income of rupees 28 lakhs, she wrongly claimed exemption of rupees 2 crore 89 lakhs in her return of income. The assessee further stated that her sister so-and-so also having a firm in the naming style of so-and-so, and they both use the same bank account for depositing cash collected from their sales. Therefore, as per reply furnished by the assessee, cash deposited reported by bank is 33 crore 9 lakhs, which is more than her sales reported as per GST return. To substantiate her claim, SSC has attached a copy of tax exemption and tribal certificate details and place of business, copy of bank statement for 11 period, and copy of her ID proof among the other details. Thereafter, 4.4 parawise rebuttal of reply of the SSC, including analysis of any case law relied upon. The reply findings by the SSC had been perused carefully but found untenable and bereft of any merits. As per reply SSC, she was engaged in retail and wholesale distribution business of FMCG products in the name and style of so, and part of cash deposited in bank accounts were out of her aforesaid business. With regard to such contention of the SSC, it is pertinent to mention here that total credit entries aggregating to rupees 29 crore, which also includes cash deposit of 23 crore, despite such huge value of financial transaction, the SSC failed to maintain books of accounts, which is mandatory as envisaged in section 44AA of the Act, and also failed to get the books of account audited as per section 44AB of the Act. Therefore, your lordship may come to the para 4.5 down below. Lord. Conclusion drawn. The SSC is an individual and has filed original return of income on 26/7/22, declaring total income at rupees 0. The SSC's case was selected under CASS for complete scrutiny of the following reasons. Large cash deposit in bank, turnover shown in ITR is substantially lower than turnover shown in GST. Claim of large exempt income, and my lord on the next page 315, the last parameter. The SSC claimed in her reply that during the year she was engaged in retail and wholesale distribution business of FMCG products and entire income was accrued and arose in the state of Mizoram and claimed exemption under section 1026 of the Act. Such contention of the SSC is not tenable due to lack of credible evidence. The SSC in support of such claim failed to furnish documentary evidences of purchase and sale of FMCG products. Name and address of parties from whom SSC made purchase, copy of bills invoice in respect of purchase and sale of FMCG products. Likewise, SSC also failed to provide the details of parties, their ledger accounts and cross confirmation to whom sales have been made. Therefore, in absence of aforesaid details and evidences, the claim of exemption under section 1026 of the Act and the income earned thereon and deposit of cash in bank account remains unverified. The SSC should have to furnish the aforesaid basic documentary requirements under Income Tax Act to substantiate the claim of exemption under section 1026 of the Act, and accordingly the claim is hereby rejected. Thereafter, Lordship, SSC, my lord, next parameter, the third parameter from top. Therefore, the addition of rupees 29 crore 85,052 is being made under section 69A of the Income Tax Act 1961, and tax on the income shall be computed as per provision of section 115BBE of the Act 1961. It is a fit case for initiating penalty proceeding under section 271 so of the income of the SSC, including income under section 69A of the Act. Therefore, penalty proceeding under section so is being initiated separately. So, this penalty proceeding is not challenged in this present writ petition, Lordship. Though it was mentioned, my lord, however, that penalty proceeding is not under challenge for your Lordship. So, my lord, since the petitioner failed to explain and they have not furnished, my lord, the books of accounts as well as, my lord, the audited my lord, accounts, my lord, which is mandatorily required under section 44A and 44AB, my lord, that, my lord, the amount deposited into the bank, my lord, that has been treated as undisclosed income, my lord, and accordingly, my lord, the SSC officer has added back the said amount of rupees 29 crore 85,052 to the, my lord, accounts of the, my lord, SSC. So, next para. Likewise, SSC also failed to furnish any corroborative evidence in respect of sales and purchases made during the year. Therefore, since the originating source of income cannot be ascertained, accordingly, exemption of rupees 2 crore 89,000 claimed under section 1026 of the Act is also hereby disallowed and added to the total income of the assessee. Penalty proceedings under section so is initiated separately. So that is also not under challenge in this present proceeding. So, my lord, accordingly, my lord, this assessment order was passed, and my lord, the amount deposited into the bank of rupees 29 crores so and so, that has been added back, and my lord, the exemption claim under section 1026, my lord, of rupees 2 crore 89 lakhs, that was disallowed. Thereafter, my lord, your lordship may see the competition sheet, page 318.
Next year, you, yes.
Yes, lordship. My lord, may I see the column 5, serial number 5. Income from other sources, that is 29 crore 85,052. That was, my lord, deposited into the bank account by of cash. So, my lord, next page, tax details, 319, page number 319. So, serial number 26. Tax on 115 BBE, that is 17 crore 40 lakhs 51,031. So, my lord, section 115 BBE speaks that if, my lord, the income is, my lord, the case is, my lord, fall under section 69A, then, my lord, it has to be taxed at the rate of 60%, my lord. So 60% of the said amount of rupees 29 crore, my lord, it's become, my lord, 17 crore. So tax amount of 17 crore, my lord. And the serial number 31, surcharge on 30 above, 25% tax on income offered under section so and so, that is 4 crore 35,000, that is surcharge. Then next page, lordship, 320. Serial number 32, education says 87 lakhs. Then serial number 34, gross tax payable, that is 22 crore 62 lakhs 66,000 so and so. Then, my lord, total income tax liability, that is, my lord, serial number 43, for default in payment of advance payment, section 234, that comes to, my lord, rupees 5 crore 42 lakhs 92,000 so and so. And, my lord, at page serial number 55, that is the total tax liability, 28 crore 5 lakhs 16,447, my lord. After adjustment of, my lord, the amount which was already refunded to the, my lord, petitioner, my lord, of rupees 46,176. That's serial number 54. The next page, my lord, the total demand. Serial number 63, lord. Total demand comes at rupees 28 crore 5,063, 28 crore 5 lakh 63,777. So that become this amount, my lord, taxable, my lord, under the provisions of the Income Tax Act, my lord. So, my lord, your lordship has seen, my lord, when, my lord, it comes to the filing of return and claiming of refund, my lord, the petitioner was very prompt and she has filed the return, my lord, showing the amount which is refundable to her. And it was categorically stated, my lord, that your lordship has already gone through, my lord, the business shown in her income tax return, my lord. That is at, once again, my lord, page 138, my lord, of the return, my lord, ITR. My lord, I am sorry, my lord, page, lordship.
Which page?
Lordship, just a moment, my lord, it will be page, lordship. The lordship, page 80.
Yes.
Para 6. My lord, C, amount of total stock in trade. So that was the only figure reflected in her income tax return, my lord. What was the, my lord, amount of, my lord, stock in trade, my lord? That was, my lord, 95 lakhs 85,625, whereas, my lord, in her GST return, my lord, and subsequently which we have filed, my lord, that was much more, it's around, my lord, 28 crore, my lord. So, my lord, it is a case of, my lord, willful misstatement by the petitioner before the authority, my lord. It is, my lord, subsequently she has claimed, my lord, ignorance. She doesn't know the provisions, complex provisions of Income Tax Act, my lord. That is, my lord, cannot be a ground, my lord, for, my lord, interference, my lord, for this assessment order, my lord. When petitioner has categorically stated, my lord, in her return of income that she does not have any income from her business or profession, my lord, it has been shown as zero. Subsequently, my lord, which we have filed, which, my lord, department found, my lord, after going through the GST return and, my lord, after going through the, my lord, cash bank deposits, my lord, by way of cash, my lord, when opportunity was provided, my lord, to the, my lord, petitioner, she has said, my lord, she was not liable to maintain her books of account. She was not liable to maintain her, my lord, audited balance sheet, my lord. So for a moment, my lord, your lordship may kindly see, my lord, section 44AA of the Income Tax Act, lordship.
AA.
Lordship. Maintenance of accounts by certain persons carrying on profession or business. 1. Every person carrying on legal, medical, engineering or architectural professions or professions of accountancy or technical so-and-so, that is not required, my lord. My lord, subsection 2. Every person carrying on business or profession not being a profession referred to in subpara 1 shall, in his income from business or profession exceeds 1,20,000 rupees or his total sales, turnover or gross receipts, as the case may be, in business or profession exceeds 10 lakhs rupees in any one of the 3 years immediately preceding the previous year, or subpara 2(3), therefore shall not may see, keep and maintain such book of accounts and other documents as may enable the assessing officer to compute his total income in accordance with the provisions of this Act. So therefore, my lord, subsection 2(1) says, my lord, if income from business or profession exceeds 1,20,000 rupees of his total sales, then, my lord, the assessee has to maintain her, my lord, books of accounts. Then your lordship may see section 44AB, capital AB. Audit of account of certain persons carrying on business or profession. Every person carrying on business shall, if his total sales, turnover or gross receipt, as the case may be, in business exceeded or exceeds 1 crore rupees in any previous year. Well, on my kindly mark, it refers to only total sales, turnover or gross receipt. It has not speaks about the income. It speaks about sales, turnover or gross receipts. If that exceeds 1 crore rupees in a year, then he has to get his account of the such previous year audited by an accountant before the specified date and furnished by that date in report of such audit in the prescribed form, duly signed and verified by such accountant and setting forth such particulars as may be prescribed. So it is mandatorily required when sales turnover goes, my lord, above rupees 1 crore, then it is mandatorily required under section 44AB to get her account audited, lordship. And my lord, in our affidavit, your lordship find, my lord, our affidavit in opposition, para 7, running page 6, my lord. Internal page number 6 of my affidavit in opposition, paragraph 7.
No, just a minute. Huh?
Lordship.
These are citations. Where's the affidavit of position? Okay, it's here. Internal page 6,
Lordship.
para?
Para 7, my lord. May I read, Lordship?
Yes.
That regarding the statement made in para 12 of the petition, the deponent states that even though the petitioner claimed to be exempted under section 1026 of the Income Tax Act 61, however, in terms of section 44AA and 44AB of the Act, the petitioner is liable to get her statement of account duly audited and file income tax return since the turnover of business of the petitioner surpassed the threshold limit. It is further stated that unawareness of statutory provisions ought not to be a ground for non-compliance with statutory provisions, more so when the petitioner herself aware of the filing return for claiming refund. The respondent further states that even if an income is liable to be treated as exempted, the liability to disclose the income by a filing return must not be dispensed with, and the assessee is not at liberty to conveniently file return only on for the purpose of claiming refund. My lord, in response to said paragraph, my lord, in her affidavit in reply at para 5, my lord may take her affidavit, lordship. It is also internal page 6, my lord, paragraph 5.
Yes, go on.
That in response to paragraph 7 of the said opposition, it is submitted that I am not bound to maintain books of accounts and get its books audited as my income is exempted by virtue of section 1026. So, Lordship, it was categorically admitted by the petitioner that she has not maintained her books of account and it was not audited, my lord. And she claimed that as she exempted under 1026, she is not bound to maintain. Whereas, my lord, your lordship has seen, my lord, section 44A and 44AB. It does not, my lord, speaks about, my lord, exemption or income. It speaks about turnover, sales, and, my lord, the receipts. So, my lord, as my lord, petitioner has failed to, my lord, comply with the said provisions, my lord, and in absence of such books of accounts, my lord, and audited balance sheet, my lord, the explanations which was given, my lord, by the assessee, my lord, in respect of the, my lord, the amount of cash deposited, that cannot be accepted, my lord. Also, my lord, since in view of the fact that, my lord, since the account that was, my lord, operated by the petitioner as well as by some other person, my lord, which is also not permissible, my lord, under the law, my lord. The petitioner's account, my lord, it has to be shown in the income tax return, my lord. That was not shown. And it was categorically, my lord, the petitioner has declared falsely, my lord, by saying that she has not deposited more than 1 crore into the bank account during the, my lord, assessment year, my lord. No, when, my lord, the petitioner willfully, my lord, she has made misstatement before the authority, my lord, and thereafter, my lord, her explanation, my lord, without, my lord, the compliance of the, my lord, mandatory provisions of 44A and 44BB, my lord, said amount has to be added back to the income of the petitioner, my lord, and accordingly, my lord, it was added back by the assessing officer, my lord, and therefore, my lord, it needs, my lord, no interference, my lord, with my humble submission, my lord, before your lordship. And secondly, my lord, the petitioner has stated that she has wrongly made a statement that claiming 28 crore instead of 2 crore 80 lakhs, my lord, in her return of income, as she has stated in her reply, my lord. To that extent, my lord, my humble submission is, my lord. My lord, this return was filed under section 139(1) of the Act, my lord. That was before time, my lord. And under subsection 5, your lordship may kindly see section 139, subsection 5 of the Income Tax Act, lordship. That is the provisions of return, filing of return, my lord. Section 139. Chapter 14, Procedure of Assessment, Section 139, Return of Income. Subsection 1 speaks about filing of return, my lord. Lordship may kindly come to, my lord, subsection 5. If any person having furnished a return under subsection 1 or subsection 4 discovers any omission or any wrong statement therein, he may furnish a revised return at any time before 3 months prior to the end of the relevant assessment year or before the completion of assessment, whichever is earlier. So, my lord, though subsequently petitioner has stated that she has made a wrong statement in her return of income, however, my lord, she has not made any revised return under subsection 5, my lord. Though there was sufficient provision, my lord, under the Income Tax Act, my lord, to rectify the said mistakes, my lord. That was never done, my lord. So, my humble submission, my lord, since it is not a case of ignorance, my lord, it is a case of willful misstatement, my lord. And once it was, my lord, detected, my lord, by the authority, my lord, then, my lord, she claimed that she was ignorant about the provisions of the Income Tax Act. Whereas from the, my lord, return, my lord, it contains 68 pages return, my lord. That 68 pages were filled up, my lord, by the petitioner, my lord. And in the verification also, she has stated that she understood, my lord, while filing the return, my lord. And, my lord, moreover, my lord, she has shown, my lord, the total amount of, my lord, stock in trade is only 95 lakhs, my lord, during the, my lord, the said assessment year. So, my lord, my humble submission, my lord, since, my lord, the petitioner has not disclosed truly and fully,
Just
my
a
lord,
minute,
that-
Mr. Chetia.
Lordship.
Where is that part wherein that wrong statement has been made?
My lord, that income tax return, my lord, Annexure G, page 73, lord,
Of the writ petition?
of the writ petition.
73.
Lordship. My lord, once again, my lord, may I trouble your lordship to go to my lord, page number 74, my lord.
74.
74, this is the basic parts, my lord. Column A, 19A, the filed under section, that is ticked at 139.1, that is on or before due date. Because if it is filed under section 139.1, then, my lord, under subsection 5, the revised return could have been filed, my lord, if any misstatement is been made. Then, my lord, at the bottom next column, my lord, CI. Have you deposited amount or aggregate of amount exceeding rupees 1 crore in one or more current account during the previous year? Yes, no. She has stated no. And amount is rupees, if any, 0.
No, I was referring to that figure, which according to her was wrongly indicated.
Lordship may come to page number, Lordship. Your Lordship may come to page 178, that is Annexure S. That is reply to the show cause notice, Lordship. Remarks.
Instead of 2895,625, I claim wrongly.
So, which was shown excess of rupees so and so. Therefore, I want to consult taxation professionals for further work. Therefore, I am requiring income tax officers to accept my error while filing income tax return, if possible. Please grant permission for reassessment of return. Further, I want to consult my sister so and so, so and so. So, my lord, it was admitted, my lord. And, my lord, there is provision of appeal, my lord, under section, my lord, 149 of the Act, Lordship, before appeal could be preferred before the, my lord, Commissioner appeals, my lord. Well, that was not done, my lord. No appeal was preferred, my lord. And the revision petition filed, my lord, against that order, that was also, my lord, dismissed, my lord, by the, my lord, Commissioner's lordship. So, my lord, I would like to refer one judgment, lordship, of the Supreme Court, lordship, that I have already included in my written submission, my lord. It is,
Yes, what is that?
my lord, it's Shoharmal Takarmal Mohani versus Commissioner of Income Tax, AIR 1988, Supreme Court 1384.
Have you supplied the
Lordship, I filed electronically last.
name of the party?
My lord, it's Shohanmal Mohani versus Commissioner of Income Tax, MP Bhopal, AIR 1988, Supreme Court 1384.
Yes, yes, I got it.
Lordship. Lordship, may see para 8. Section 69A of the Act was inserted in the Finance Act 1964 and it came into force with effect from 1st January 64. The High Court has rightly held that the expression income as used in Section 69A of the Act has wide meaning, which means anything which came in or resulted in gain. Hence, in the facts of this case, a legitimate inference could be drawn that the assessee had income which he had invested in the purchasing of wristwatches, and as such, the income was subject to tax. In that view, the High Court was justified in justifying the tribunal's holding that assessee was the owner of the wristwatches and thus including the value in the assessment of the income of the assessee as his wealth and so deemed to be the income of the assessee by virtue of Section 69A of the Act coupled with surrounding circumstances. Therefore, inclusion of the money in purchasing the wristwatches, that is to say rupees 20, was correct and proper for assessment year under inference. In this connection, Section 69A of the Act may usefully be set out as follows. Thereafter, it was quoted. So, Lordship, the entire amount, my Lord, has to be treated as income, my Lord, undisclosed income, my Lord. Now, in this case also, my Lord, your Lordship, see the surrounding circumstances, my Lord. First, my Lord, petitioner filed a return, my Lord, and my Lord, some willful misstatement was made, my Lord. It was shown that total stock in trade is only 98 lakhs, and therefore, my Lord, thereafter, my Lord, she has categorically stated that not more than 1 crore rupees deposited in the bank account, current bank account, my Lord. And again, my Lord, in her, my Lord, profit and loss balance sheet, my Lord, the figure has been shown as 00 for all the columns, my Lord. My Lord, may kindly see the return, my Lord, once again, Lordship. I'll. And she has categorically stated that the books of accounts are not maintained, my Lord. Page 80. Lordship, page 80, para 6. In a case where regular books of account of business or profession are not maintained, so there she filled up the, my Lord, the required columns. C, amount of total stock in trade 95 lakhs 85,625. Amount of the cash balance 1,89,562. So, my Lord, she has categorically disclosed by filing return before the Income Tax Department that she has not maintained books of accounts of business or professions, and therefore she disclosed the stock in trade to be rupees 95 lakhs and total cash balance is 1,89,000. So, subsequently, my Lord, when we detected, my lord, after going through the, my lord, the return file under the GST, my lord, when it was corroborated with the return of the, my lord, file under Income Tax Act, my lord, there it was detected. Accordingly, my lord, sufficient opportunity was provided to the SSC, my lord, to, my lord, explain the amount which was credited into the bank account, which the SSC failed to disclose. Even she denied, my lord. It was denied that she was at all liable to maintain, my lord, books of account or audited balance sheet under section 44A and 44AB. My lord, since she has failed to, my lord, comply with the provisions of the Act, coupled with the misstatement made in the, my lord, return of turnover, also, my lord, as, my lord, various wrong statement made in her return, my lord, the said amount was added back under section 69A of the Act, my lord, to the, my lord, income of the assessee, my lord. And therefore, my lord, the assessing officer was absolutely right, my lord, in treating the same amount, my lord, in her return of income. And, my lord, further, my lord, exemption, my lord, 1026, which was claimed, my lord. Your lordship is aware that, my lord, that is subject to certain limitations, my lord. There are 3 conditions to be satisfied. First, she must be a scheduled tribe, which is not in dispute, my lord. Secondly, she must reside within the, my lord, specified area. That was also not in dispute, my lord. So far as income accrued from that specified area, my lord, that is not established. And therefore, my lord, in absence of any, my lord, corroborative material, my lord, it was added back to the, my lord, income of the, my lord, petitioner, my lord. And in fact, my lord, under section, my lord, 10, my lord, there are 50 subsections, my lord, providing, my lord, various exemptions. And 26 also one of them, my lord. That can be claimed, my lord, by producing evidence, my lord. That is not automatic, my lord. My lord, exemptions has to be claimed by filing return by showing the correct statements, my lord, subject to scrutiny. So that the petitioner has failed to comply, my lord, in spite of giving sufficient opportunities. So, my lord, my humble submissions, my lord, let's say that cannot, but that may not be, my lord, interfered with, my lord, by your lordship, my lord. Accordingly, my lord, the petitioner is liable to be dismissed. That is my humble submission. We have also filed our written submissions, my lord, that may be taken into account. I am obliged.
All right.
May I respond?
See, Mr. Shraf,
Saraf, please.
Mr. Shraf, we're slightly out of time today.
Right.
We'll post this matter again on Friday.
This Friday?
This Friday, day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow. Fine, ma'am.
You give your reply, short reply, that will close the matter.
Yes, ma'am. So I will file a additional written submission to respond to some of the observations which has been of the submissions.
If you want to.
If you want to. In addition to what I have already filed, I will make a short additional written submission. Ma'am.
All right. All right.
Just grant me liberty for that in your lordship order. So I will file it by on that day itself. I think tomorrow is holiday.
Tomorrow's a holiday.
Right.
So day after tomorrow, we're listing it. You may file it if you
Day
want.
after tomorrow, I will hand over, ma'am, in the hearing, ma'am, course of the hearing, or if possible, I will try to file it before the bench sits.
All right. Please write. Hard, Mr. Suman Shetia, learned standing counsel, appearing for respondent number 2 to 5 through RBC. Stop also heard Mr. Vinay Kumar Shraf, learned counsel for the petitioner through RBC as well. Learned standing counsel has made his submission, and Mr. V.K. Sharaf submits that he would like to give a short reply. Since there is time constraint today, let the matter be listed again on Friday would be 27th of March 2026 as part heard. All right.
Grateful.
Deeply obliged.
Okay, just a minute. Just a minute. Keep this paper inside there. See, there's one matter fixed for hearing, but
Yes,
it will not be possible to take it up today. I'll give you a date. When do you want it?
Anytime, my lord.
You have it next week?
Yes, my lord.
Straightforward. The parties list the matter for hearing in the weekly hearing list commencing from 30th of March 2026.